So, WoodwardSports.com chat thread, people pleaser. Also, Brad has this weird belief in Goff. Who builds the league's most expensive offense around Goff? To me, that isn't a tank. And people pleaser, I'll go back to it and say it like this. They have kept Goff, A, because there wasn't a better option. They didn't feel strongly about any of the quarterbacks in the draft, as a lot of you have not. And I'm getting the sense around football circles, the fans, the media, everybody, people starting to sour on this year's, this savior quarterback draft class that was coming through this year. People starting to turn a little sour on this draft class too. Do you think that's fair?
No, that is absolutely fair.
Yeah.
And I think the Lions, they had their window of opportunity before Brad Holmes got here. They blew it. Now, Brad Holmes is waiting for that quarterback to drop, and it may not happen again. So he's not just going to bring some guy in. He's going to bring in his guy.
And
even if he has to wait.
With Goff, guys, you got to remember this too. The flexibility, and I go over this a lot. Sam, I want to see how well Sam Flannel pays attention. I've spelled it out pretty well, right? What's the plan?
For $30 million, he might be worth it for $30 million a year.
No.
Because of what the Lions have in cap space in 2024 moving forward, which is over $100 million a year. And for the record, I've seen Jared Goff just look so bad in 3 games this year against New England, against the last one against the Packers, and what was
second half versus Miami?
Second half versus Miami, he was terrible. But what was that? Oh, the Cowboys. Oh, the Cowboys was his worst game of all. He turned the ball over 4 times. So I don't know. At the beginning of the year, I was on board with maybe moving forward with Goff, but he's just been so bad in so many games, and he's becoming that Jared. And he did not play well enough to win against the Packers. He tried to blow that game 100 different times, but the defense bailed him out, and Aaron Rodgers being terrible bailed him out. So I'm kind of with Spencer right now. I would probably look to move on.
But people, please, let me tell you this, though. He's in position to do so if he wants. The cap hit is the dead cap hit is very, very minimal to cut him after this season. When Sam Flannel talks about that cap number of available space in 2024, that's with $30 million already budgeted in there for a quarterback. So again, going back to it, it's T.I. You can do whatever you like because you can. If you want to get in the Lamar Jackson sweepstakes, you can do it. If you want to draft a quarterback because one fell to you, like Terry said, you can do that. You can do whatever you want if you're Brad Holmes. And the financial setup is perfect. I won't go so far as to say he has this weird belief in Goff. It's the placeholder. Because it is. Now, the reason he's here as a placeholder is because he was comfortable with him, number one. And number two, you got a first-round pick for taking him. So that was the reason that they took him. You basically took Jared Goff to get Jameson Williams. There's like a winding road to that. But I go to Spence with this because you heard him say, no, Spence has had enough.
Yep.
And you can't, look, I can't crush him on that. I can't kill you on that.
I hate it.
But anyone that says that, okay, then I hand the reins over to you. I just spelled out what the situation is. What's your move? Because you got to have a move. You can't just tell me Jared Goff sucks, get him out of here.
Yeah.
What's the move?
Cut him and draft a rookie. It's literally, if you give a rookie quarterback this offense, you put him in there right now without any experience, I have 100% confidence he can do what Jared Goff is doing. He can produce the same results that Jared Goff is producing. And definitely if you get someone who can move, who can keep plays alive, who can stay alive in the pocket, maybe get a first down with their legs. That is an element that Jared Goff does not have in his arsenal, and that is something the defense has to account for. So if you bring in a rookie who Jared Goff can be gone, and that frees up, because he'll only be a $10 million dead cap hit after this year. So that frees up $20 million. So that means you can get a better wide receiver than DJ Chark. That means you can get a better pass rusher.
DJ Chark's done in 2 months.
Yeah, and you can go out with that extra $20 million and get someone better than DJ Chark. You can get a better pass rusher than Charles Harris. You can get a better cornerback than Mike Hughes because you don't have $20 million wrapped up into a quarterback who doesn't do enough to provide anything for your offense.